To those that venture out to the thrift store every day, I tip my invisible hat to you because I don't think I could do that. Because after today's trip to the thrift, my heart hurts and I'm saddened by what I saw. Hint, not much. Join me today for thrifting just to see what is on the shelves and then a little chat afterwards. So I went to the thrift store and I only came back with one thing. A Yellowstone sweatshirt. But I didn't even find this at the thrift store. Actually, one of our friends that goes to a lot of the rummage sales, Steve, he was there. He said that he bought this a while ago and he's been carrying it around in his car. So what a coincidence that I ran into him at the thrift. So thank you so much, Steve. Hope that you had better luck than I did at the thrift shop. Steve actually goes to that thrift store quite often and does well. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of perhaps filming at thrift shops. I don't really enjoy the whole voiceover aspect. I know for myself, I'm not focusing enough on a rack to show an item for a minute and a half to fill up airtime. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's because the things that I like, the items that I like to resell, I find more frequent at estate sales, rummage sales, and flea markets. And that's what I like to, those are the places that I really like to shop at. Thrift stores for me have become more of a place not so much to find items for reselling, but just to save money like everyone else wants to do. You know, go there and buy some clothes. You can still go to a Salvation Army and get a t-shirt for 99 cents. You can still go to a few thrift shops and find some jeans on the half off day for $5. And so I think that's what I more so like to focus my personal thrift shopping on versus going to a thrift store intent on filming and just going by shelf after shelf and just not finding stuff, you know. How do I make an entire shelf of plastic water bottles, used plastic water bottles, exciting for a YouTube video? Or 5 racks of clear glassware? If you know how to make that exciting, let me know. Because that's what my local thrifts have to offer. Now, occasionally I do find something really great, like when I found the ceramic tree, when I found that Santa blow mold, but I'm not finding those things on a daily, regular basis. Now, Renee, that's because you don't go to the thrift store every day. I don't, because that would make me really sad, and because I like to do, you know, other things for the channel instead of going through a thrift shop every day. I don't know. I think the voiceover and having to try and make it exciting when I go to the thrift, I just haven't found the way to do that yet. I think I do like to show what my typical thrift stores in my area are like, because I think many thrift stores are like that. And those that are resellers that rely strictly on thrifting from thrift stores to have inventory, I mean, you guys get like 5 gold stars, because I know that I couldn't do it. Same as with those that go to the Goodwill bins every single day, and they're there all day, every day. You know, that takes a lot of stamina. You are there hoping that you find that one item that's going to be a quick sell for a good amount of money to make up for the time that you're spending there. I personally have definitely come to realize since making videos, you know, and content for YouTube, is that my preferred method of finding items to resell or research is from the flea market, from auctions, from estate sales, from rummage sales, and then from bins, and also storage auctions. I guess because those are really, they seem kind of like treasure hunts. Even at auctions, when you buy a box that is just chock full of stuff, you have no idea what could be at the bottom of the box, or you haven't taken the time to research everything in the box while you're at the auction. So it's a surprise when you get home. Flea markets, you know, the tote man, I mean, that's an adventure every time, because you are digging, looking in boxes and bins and finding those things that have been overlooked by other people because it piques your interest and you enjoy it. Thrift stores, maybe I need to get out to totally different thrift stores. It's just, part of me is like, ugh, go to the thrift, or I could stay home and do research. So yeah, today at the thrift, you saw what was on the shelves. Nothing super exciting. And sometimes, you know, there are items that, oh, you know, that would be great for reselling, but then it's broken. Or you look at the price, and the price that they're asking is equivalent to what it sells for on eBay, and it's just not worth it. So I think that those things have to be kept in mind when you are going thrifting for reselling. Unless you have, you know, that great hole-in-the-wall thrift shop that they just want the items to go out, the prices are really cheap, which those still exist, then I'm sure that you do very well there. For me, in my area, I think we see some of the prices and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, if I wait till half off day, maybe, or if I'm buying it for myself, then sure, that's a great price. But, you know, thrifting is an adventure. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you just come away with a Yellowstone sweatshirt, which is a win in of itself. So I know that this video wasn't super exciting, and that happens in the world of thrifting and reselling. Sometimes you might walk in and there's, you know, a whole rack of vintage single stitch t-shirts, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. Or there's a rare Pyrex on the shelf, or you find some, I don't know, Nintendo games. The possibilities are endless, but there are days when you go and it is just used water bottles and clear glass that await you. If you are going out thrifting, I hope that you do well. And perhaps some of you, I think probably a lot of you, would probably have some ideas on how I can make thrifting more exciting. You know, do I do a challenge? See if I can find whatever in a thrift shop that day, and then just look shelf after shelf after shelf to try and find it. I don't know. But if you have any ideas, please let me know. Otherwise, I will be focusing on the storage auctions. Hopefully more estate sales will be coming up in the new year. Rummage sales, those will have to wait until spring. Flea market, there's still the market that's open that I have to get to. The weather's been really bad on flea market days, so that kind of puts a hindrance to that. But I still have plenty that I can research here at home. There's always the bins, which I will be getting to, and who knows what else is in store. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for chugging through this thrifting day with me. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's the reality of thrifting. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time for hopefully a fun adventure here at Paper and Moose.